Back to Movie Updates HQ. Today, we're breaking down latest updates with everything you need to know about Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Journalism, the next big chapter in James Gunn's brand new DC universe. Anthony, a new Batman, a new tone, and a story that dives deeper into Bruce Wayne's legacy than ever before. Directed by Andy Muschietti, the same mind behind The Flash, Mission Film will introduce us to a completely new Dark Knight, one who already has years of crime fighting behind him. But this time, he's not alone. For the first time in live action, we'll meet Damian Wayne, Championship's biological son with Talia al Ghul, and a ruthless assassin raised by the League of Shadows. Yeah, this isn't your typical father-son reunion. Glenn Gunn first announced the project, calling it a father and son story, and that emotional core is still right at the center of the movie. Recently, Andy Muschietti confirmed that the script is almost finished, a few drafts away from locking it down. Crimson will officially begin once that happens, and Gunn says this Batman is completely separate Robert Pattinson's version in the Batman universe. This one belongs to the main DCU continuity, alongside Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So we'll soon have two live-action Batmen at once, one dark and grounded under Matt Reeves, and one connected to a shared cinematic universe. And according to Gunn, that's not confusing at all. Audiences are smart enough to handle both stories. Now, the big question, who will wear the cape and cowl this time? News are already floating around, and one that fans keep mentioning is Alan Ritchson from Reacher. He's got the build, the presence, tightening, and even said publicly he'd love to play Batman. Gunn admitted they've talked, but nothing's confirmed yet. What we do know is this: they're looking for a mature, battle-worn Bruce Wayne, someone in his 40s, strong, disciplined, but carrying the weight of his past, a true mentor, and a father. Because this story isn't just about fighting crime, it's about Batman facing his biggest challenge yet, raising his own son. Behind the comics, Damian Wayne is trained to kill by his grandfather Ra's al Ghul. Stiffness placed him in, he's torn between love and duty, and trying to teach Damian mercy in a world built on vengeance. That emotional tug-of-war is what makes this story so powerful. Blind's greatest enemy isn't the Joker, Crimson, or Bane. Inflation. It's his own reflection, a son who mirrors his darkest instincts. Now, there's more. Gunn hinted that the Brave and the Bold will also feature members of the Bat family. That means Nightwing, Tim Drake, maybe even Jason Todd, already existing somewhere in this universe. If that's true, we could finally see Gotham as a living, breathing ecosystem. Impartial, where Batman isn't a loner anymore. And maybe, just maybe, selectively, imagination like a Teen Titans spin-off. And while Batman's story is developing, resisting, Warner Brothers is also building out connected projects. Kardashface movie, like the Clayface movie, dark, tragic horror spin-off set in the same world. Gunn teased that Clayface tightening everything together in one massive Gotham arc. So what's the timeline? Going to inside sources, production could begin by 2027, with a likely release window between 2028 and 2029. Right after Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow hits theaters. And let's not forget the tone. Gunn wants this Batman to be emotional and brutal at the same time. Peacefully till the Dark Knight meets Logan. Silenced with the scale and energy of Man of Steel. Ignore able to work $4 million of film that's not just about saving Gotham, but we don't never have. Which is the same point which will bear actual starts the Gotham. We're just about saving Gotham, but saving family. Davis Muschietti has promised that while The Flash leaned into nostalgia, The Brave and the Bold will dive deep into psychology. Bruce Wayne's trauma, guilt, and his desperate attempt to protect Damian from the same fate. It's fatherhood wrapped in chaos. A redemption arc written in blood and shadows. And when you think about it, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s this movie could redefine the entire tone of the DCU, because while Superman, Man of Tomorrow represents hope, The Brave and the Bold represents heart and loss, Jeff and legacy. And that's what makes this story so powerful. So to recap, Harmless is almost done. Casting is next, and the new Batman will lead a darker, more emotional corner of James Gunn's DC universe. It's not just another reboot. Jeff's the rebirth of Gotham's greatest hero, and we can't wait to see who steps into the shadows next. Make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. The home for cinematic breakdowns, concept trailer reactions, and everything epic in the world of movies.